Hey, how's it going?
Hi, sorry. What's up?
You said you were coming from Dancers. What time did you get off at Dancers?
11.
11?
It's an hour and a half away.
You got off at 11? It's 10:23 right now.
What?
Criminals will do anything to escape the law, but what happens when they try to manipulate police officers to avoid arrest? In today's episode, we're gonna be looking at such incidents where the criminals were so desperate to escape that they tried to flirt with the cops.
Stop! Don't get out! I'm asking you questions, you answer.
Okay, and I will answer. Why'd you get on me like that?
406 headquarters, it's a female. Alright, step out.
A white
Step out.
female.
Put your hands behind your back.
Now, it's the early hours of October 30th and a cop spots a car acting all sorts of shady at a red light in Florida. The car is way over the stop line and its plates are expired. Classic red flags, right? So the cop decides to pull over the driver, expecting the usual routine, but what happened next was really far from routine. The driver, a young woman, instead of cooperating, decides to try a whole different strategy.
Your fake cut had scared me when I walked up.
Oh.
Forgot tomorrow was Halloween. I'm like, oh boy.
I know, right?
So, reason I got stopped, few things. When you're sitting at the light back here to make the left,
Yeah.
you're all the way out in the intersection.
Oh, okay.
Like you were past the crosswalk, but you were on Toledo Blade before making the left. Is the car registered to you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. The tags on the car expired back in March, and your license is suspended.
The cop identifies the driver as Naomi Furr. Her strange driving has already raised a few red flags, but as he starts talking to her, things get even more suspicious. Now mentions she's just come from a Halloween party complete with a wristband from a local bar. The officer is pretty sure she's over the limit, so he asks her to step out for some sobriety tests.
Your eyes are bloodshot and glossy. Your speech is slightly slurred.
I'm just very tired, that's all.
There's alcohol coming off the gun. Okay? Check your eyes. Do a couple exercises. Make sure you're okay. Cool with that? Keep your head straight. Just look back and forth.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Okay. You're going to take 9 heel-to-toe steps.
Unfortunately for Naomi, the cop wasn't convinced by her act and determined she was way over the legal limit. He put her in cuffs, but Naomi wasn't ready to give up just yet. She decided she had a plan to get out of this mess. Things were obviously not looking good for Naomi. When begging didn't work, she switched her strategy to a more inappropriate method. Thankfully, the cops ignored her offer and instead opted to cover her up with a hoodie before taking her back to jail. Despite Naomi's increasingly desperate attempts to make her way out of trouble, the officers remained unfazed. They made sure she was comfortable but kept things strictly professional, ensuring that she didn't face unnecessary exposure or discomfort.
I can't have a UI, please. I don't want to get kicked out of
Wait
the
until
US.
another white female tap between
I understand. I want to do dental, please, sir. I literally stopped.
You're
and I had somebody pick me up.
not even supposed to be driving in the first place. You have 5 different suspensions on your license. You have an insurance suspension and 3 failed to pay traffic tickets.
After Naomi was taken into custody, the cops searched her car and found 2 containers of whiskey and some beer bottles. This confirmed their suspicions about her condition. Despite the evidence, Naomi refused to give a breath sample at the station, making things more complicated. Because she refused, her car was seized. As of now, her case is still ongoing and she hasn't been charged yet. Naomi's attempt at flirting didn't work at all with these cops, but the same can't be said about Brooke Teague's encounter, which took a totally very different turn. Believe it or not, her charms actually worked, and it's rumored that she and the cop are still together to this day. Brooke got the attention of a passing officer as her car was seen swerving slightly on the road, a possible sign of intoxication or needing assistance. Without delay, the officer pulled her over to check on her well-being. However, what happened next surprised him and set this encounter apart from routine traffic stops.
Baby daddy, I'll show it to you too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Zachary,
Yeah,
how much do you have to drink tonight?
only 1 drink.
Just 1 drink?
Yep. Yes,
Final
sir.
answer.
Miller.
A Miller Lite.
Yes. I won't lie to you, a Miller Lite.
That's all you've had?
Yes, sir. You can ask Zachary.
I don't really want to talk
I
to
know
Zachary.
you don't, but I'm just saying.
Right off the bat, you could tell Brooke had probably had more than a few beers. The surprising part, she and the officer seemed to hit it off right away. As their chat went on, you could see it was getting more comfortable, almost like they'd known each other for ages.
Yeah, I can smell it from across the car.
She's like, I had 1 Miller Lite. There's no, I wanted to say, like, a Miller did that to you?
Big Miller, 128 ounce Miller.
Freaking bucket of Miller. All right, where we at on it? Awesome. Brooke
Yes.
Teague. Am I saying that right? Teague?
Yes. Like baseball league.
Well, unfortunately, despite all the jokes, Brooke didn't pass any of the sobriety tests and ended up being placed under arrest. After searching her car and finding nothing but a loose car seat, they took her back to the police station where things kept going interesting. Despite the obvious chemistry, both Brooke and the officer have remained professional, focusing on continuing with the investigation. Brooke underwent a blood alcohol test at the station, registering a 0.14% blood alcohol content. Well, this next woman didn't quite keep her cool. Instead, she tried to manipulate and trick the cop into letting her go. It's interesting how people react under pressure, isn't it?
Hello, how you doing? Officer, how to New Mexico State Police. Using for the stop. You're going 55 back there on MLK.
55?
Yeah, 55. I was right behind you the whole time, and you just
Honestly,
booked it.
I had a bad night. The girls that I thought that were my friends are not my friends.
I'm sorry to hear that. Where are you coming from?
Knockout.
Knockouts?
It seemed like this girl was having a rough night. She got caught speeding 25 miles per hour over the limit on a residential street, which is pretty risky. She mentioned she was coming from a place called Knockouts, a gentleman's club, really explaining her flashy outfit and maybe why she was driving so unpredictably. The girl seemed to be upset, talking about a fight with her friends at the bar. Sometimes, people try to appear sad or distressed or to get sympathy from cops and avoid trouble, but driving so fast, nearly double the speed limit, is serious. It's important to stay safe on the road, even when things are tough. The officer made several attempts to refocus the conversation on the matter at hand, but the girl continued to drift into discussing her friendship troubles. After some persistent questioning by the officer, she eventually confessed to smoking marijuana and drinking alcohol earlier at the club. She kept trying to justify it by saying she was having a tough night, and that was her way of coping. Unfortunately for her, the officer needed her to stay focused, but she seemed to struggle to maintain her concentration during the sobriety tests. Regrettably for the girl, her attempts to reason with the officer didn't seem to have any effect on her sobriety test results. She failed all 3 tests. As a result, the officer had no choice but to place her under arrest. It was a tough conclusion to what seemed like a challenging night for her. Now, what do you think? Do you think the officers handled each situation appropriately? Could things have been resolved differently? Do drop your thoughts in the comment section below. If you like this video, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and like this video for more such content. You guys just don't know how much your support means to us, and also, make sure to hit that notification bell so you never miss any of our latest uploads. Also, if you stayed this far, why don't you share this video with your friends? Until next time, stay safe, stay curious, and we'll be back with another one.